Hello, hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Let me show you the card that I'm going to be sharing with you today. I told you this is national or worldwide, I'm not even sure, but watercolor month. I don't know when that started or who started that, but it's, I'm here for it, it's fun. So I'm going to show you some watercoloring ideas throughout this month. There was one last week, so if you missed that, check that out. But this is what I'll be showing you today. Okay. I am using watercolor paper, and it is, let's see, this is in the catalog, and it's Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and they are, I think, 5x7 sheets, the size, yep, 5x7, and there's 10 sheets in here. Okay, so I cut this one down to 2 by 3 3/4. I'm going to be using this piece of pattern paper, which comes from the paper pack Rustic Harvest, which is in the fall mini catalog, fall winter mini catalog. And these are some of the designs that are in there. Okay, there's some black and white sides to that. And again, that's called Rustic Harvest. All right. And then I used crushed curry for my base. And then I'm not going to go through this today, but I think most of you know how to do embossing through the cut and emboss machine. So this piece right here is Cajun Craze, and I ran it through the brick and mortar embossing folder. But basically what I want to show you today is how to do this look here. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. And this is the watercolor paper. What I'm going to do is, let's see. Oh, sorry guys, I don't even have the stamp here for you a minute. Here we go. All right, guys, let's pull this out. I'm going to use the stamp from Soft Seedlings. So let's pull this out right here. And I have a block here. There we go. Okay, so there's the block. All right, so what I did first is I'm going to use these two colors, Crushed Curry and Cajun Craze. I'm going to take the lighter of the two colors, Crushed Curry, and I'm inking right onto the stamp about halfway. Don't worry about it being exact, just halfway, but I'm starting with the lighter of the two colors. Okay, set that aside, and then I'm going to take the Cajun Craze, and I'm going to do the other half. And again, if it overlaps slightly, not a big deal. And this is why I did the lighter color first. Okay, so I've got Crushed Curry and Cajun Craze ink on here. Now I'm going to take the water painters. They come 3 in a pack, and you can squeeze right here. There's water in the cartridge, and I'm going to make this whole watercolor paper wet. Just going to run water across the whole thing, right on the paper. And then I'm taking this stamp here, and I'm going to stamp right over top of it. Straight down. Just press real well to get that ink in there, and pull it back up. And this is what I ended up with. Now you can see right here where there's like a line where it looks like maybe it didn't get quite wet enough. Then you can just go back with your water brush and just dab and wet those areas. Just squeeze out some water. Not a big deal. And you don't want a line straight across, so maybe you can just blend the line a little bit. So any area that looks like maybe it just didn't get quite enough water, just dab over it. Dab over here. My stems have a little bit where there's not quite enough water. Not a big deal, just dab over it. And then just let it bleed. And then this is the part where most of us have trouble with, because now you just need patience. Just let it dry. It might take, maybe a half hour or so, or you can take a heat gun if you want. You can dry it right away. But you're just going to let that dry, and then once that's dry, then that's when I stamp just in black ink on here. But let it dry fully before you stamp that top there, and then that's how you get that look. Okay, so maybe you've tried that before, maybe that's something new to you. Let me show you one other thing here. When I did the Cajun Craze through the brick and mortar embossing folder, I tore this paper right here, and then I tore this piece right here. I get asked fairly often, what do you mean like tearing? How do you tear it? You want to make sure you do one piece. When you kind of do little piece at a time, it kind of looks like a rabbit kind of came and ate it. So you want to do your best to just, I'm tearing toward me, and try and do one long piece. Don't worry that it's an exact straight line. It's not really what you're looking for. But you want to do one long piece. And then that gives you that torn edge and that little roughed edge right there that you're getting right here. Okay, so that's it. Give that a try. You want to use watercolor paper. Get it wet with the water painters first. Ink it, stamp it right on there, and then just let it dry. And there you go. That's your watercolor idea for this week. Give it a try. Share, hit that share button below if you saw something you liked. And I appreciate any comments or hitting that thumbs up. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.